All right, what is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of JR Takes. We got a preseason game coming up tonight, actually, against the Chiefs, and we'll be playing some of our starters, it looks like. And we've also got the Mariners in a pennant race. Unfortunately, they just dropped 2 to the Orioles. Bound to happen. They just won 8 straight, and I think won like 11 of their last 12 or whatever the hell it was. So I think they'll be all right. But on to Seahawk news. A lot of hype around Torrey Horton the first week of the preseason. I feel like that was everyone was telling everyone, "Ooh, yeah, look out for Torrey Horton." When really, if you have everyone saying that, then there's not really this dark horse buzz. It just turns into, okay, he's going to be a good player. Watch him.
Yeah, I feel like we're at the point, because I've been hearing the Torrey Horton hype since like minicamp, months ago. And we're at the point where I will kind of be surprised if he isn't immediately listed as wide receiver 3 in this offense, because I've been hearing daily highlights about Torrey Horton and not a whole lot from MVS. But it's just nice that in his first preseason action, he already looked awesome. The touchdown catch he had was phenomenal.
I think it
is right here, possibly.
Yeah.
This might have been a third down play. Also, Drew Lock threw the interception trying to hit Torrey Horton, but Horton was open. It was just an awful throw by Drew.
Yeah, one thing I really like about field goals is like that website we get a lot of our stuff from. I feel like a lot of their posts, like the Torrey Horton article, is like film 101 for dummies. Mm-hmm. It's almost because they give you like the camera angle of like when you watch film, and then they just give you like 8 different clips of like what to look for at his game throughout the game. And I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I feel like the level of quality for just film breakdown videos on the internet has gotten so good the last couple of years, because I'm learning a ton about. I just watched a fucking a breakdown of the guy we have on defense, the rookie. Forget his name.
What position does he play?
He was an undrafted rookie free agent. Fucking blanking on his name now. Anyways, I'll look it up. And then Gray Zabel, I watched a 20-minute long guard breakdown video, and I was like, oh, this makes sense. Yeah, that's like the kick down technique or whatever. Like, it's a lot of simple concepts. There's just like 100 of them for each position. But yeah, it's really cool to just see the reality of all the hype we've been hearing in the off season. So I guess just to kind of break down, what did you think of the first preseason game?
Well, first and foremost, I got to be honest with the audience. And one of my downfalls as a football fan / podcaster of sports is I got to admit I don't really pay close attention to preseason games.
Fair.
They're second priority to socializing in my football years. So from what I saw, based on my analysis, if you even want to call it that, liked what I saw from the offense. Clearly, it to me seemed like the schemes were like very obvious, as far as like the play calling we were running, like stretch plays and all of that. But loved what I saw from Torrey, and then. Obviously, I didn't really get a chance to see Damian Martinez all that much. I don't know. Was he playing?
He got pretty outshone by George Holani.
Yeah, he was the one that scored the touchdown.
Yeah,
right?
He looked really quick and just decisive too. Martinez kind of looked like he was running through quicksand. I don't know what the deal with that was.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the first half was not all the starters, but more starting caliber players than that of the second
side?
half. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was about maybe a third to a half starters, offense and defense wise. I don't think guys like obviously Cooper Kupp, JSN, Darnold Witherspoon, Woolen. None of those guys even suited up for the game, nor DeMarcus Lawrence. But you had some of the younger starting caliber players. Like Abe Lucas played, I think, a series or two. Gray Zabel had, I think, about the same amount of drives, and he looked amazing. I watched, as I said, that full breakdown of him, and the effort that he plays with is just amazing. There was a play where it's just a 4-yard run for Holani, but Gray Zabel literally blocked the defensive lineman 20 yards away from the play. Like, he pushed him and just kept pushing him. That's got to be so annoying to go against someone like that that's trying that hard all game long. So really excited to see that.
Well, it's not kind of a relief. It is a relief. Like, part of the Seahawks identity is getting bullied up the middle.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I feel like it really illustrates the need to get a better right guard, because when I was watching that breakdown of Gray Zabel, I kept looking over at Anthony Bradford just giving up halfway through the play. I'm like, dude, come on. I hope he's better this year, but the thing that just frustrates me about him is I watched him get one-on-one in, like, up the A gap with Jamal Adams, and he kind of was just like, and then Jamal Adams gets by him and makes a tackle. I'm like, dude.
You can't let Jamal Adams beat you ever.
Well, I just feel like Bradford, like, I don't know if they got to give him, like, some fucking pre-workout before the game or something, but he doesn't seem to play with a whole lot of, like, fire. What
about Christian Haynes?
I think, so he played a fair amount in the game, and I think he played okay. I didn't see any film breakdown of him, but all in all, I thought the line looked pretty good until the second half when Milroe was in there. I thought they did a pretty horrific job, mostly in terms of penalties, because you had about like 60. Yeah, you had about 60 yards of Milroe highlights just get taken away.
Who's the running back that was in the second half?
Oh boy, it's hard to even remember.
But he had like a 60-yard run and then taken back for like a holding, and it was like so worthless.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the offense was kind of a brutal watch in the second half, mostly from the youth and inexperience and holding. But a guy who played a ton in this game that, I'll be honest, I didn't really notice watching the game live, but I watched a film breakdown of it. Jared Ivey, the undrafted rookie free agent we got out of Mississippi. I remember bringing him up after draft weekend because he was someone that was supposed to go in like the 3rd or 4th round, but tested so bad at the combine they just straight up didn't get drafted. But he was unblockable in this preseason game. Literally, like, there was a series where he made 3 tackles in a row, and each play he was up against a different blocker on offense, and they all lost to him, like 1, 2, 3 plays in a row. So I don't know if he's going to make the team, because even a guy like that guy we got out of Ohio State a number of years back, Tyreek Smith, you remember him?
Yeah.
He's trying to hang on to that spot. You got Mike Morris. There's a lot of guys that we've drafted in the last couple of years that are kind of fighting for that last edge.
As long as it's new faces fighting new faces, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I just think with a guy like Ivy putting out tape like that, if you try to sneak him on the practice squad, like, another team's almost certainly going to nab him.
Yeah.
But it's encouraging to see. I feel like we and a guy I wanted to talk about real quick that we haven't brought up, Robbie fucking Oots.
Yeah, he played like the whole game, didn't he?
He played quite a bit. I think they had Brady Russell in the second half, but he looked awesome. He's huge. He just wants to, like, humiliate people blocking.
Yeah.
Love to see it. I think you're really going to see a return to some, like, pound the rock, just dominant football this season out of the Seahawks, because
we haven't committed to that.
Yeah, and I feel like that's been,
we wanted to, but we never truly did.
I feel like that's been a problem since really, like, Thomas Rawls had a good season. Chris Carson, I guess, had a few good years. Is that the Ootsman?
Yeah.
You're telling me you want to meet him in the hole?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't.
No, he's gonna fucking kill you. And there's nothing you can do about it. I think this guy is going to be a major role player this year, and I think he's going to be with us a long time. He already looks the part, for sure.
What's up with fullbacks having really fucked up last names? Juszczyk, Oots. What is
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're all Eastern European,
Yeah, they're all from
or
France.
something. That doesn't look like a Frenchman to me. He looks like he's from like Slovenia
Yeah,
or
I was
something.
gonna say he looks like, I don't know, Russian or some shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Slavic.
yeah. But as far as the game tonight is concerned, looking forward to seeing what the offense will sort of resemble with Sam out there. Because
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool seeing Jalen Milroe do his thing, but like, I never really thought this was the same scenario as the Russell and Matt Flynn scenario.
Not. It's not.
And I mean, I would be alarmed if we're not throwing Sam out there week 1.
Oh yeah, I think there's zero, barring injury, there's 0% chance that happens.
Yeah.
Sticking to the quarterbacks, I would like to see more Jalen Milroe this game after we get a couple dress rehearsal drives with Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp and JSN and all them. I think I've seen enough of Drew Lock, to be honest. Like, I know what we got in him. I think he's a good backup, but I'm kind of done watching him play the Drew Lock game of like have like 5 really good throws, 1 horrible one that's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I think we
agree.
should just get the young guy some more reps.
Jalen
It's nothing like-
Milroe was exciting watching him.
Dude, his speed is like, I mean, I knew he was fast at Alabama, but watching him, he does that Lamar thing where he looks like he's jogging and he's just pulling away from everyone.
Yeah.
Like, he's got that extra gear that is only for like the best athletes on the field, you know?
Yeah, I certainly didn't think he was as fast, if not faster than Lamar, and
He
looked
looks like
it.
he's on that level.
Yeah.
He's gonna be fun to watch. I think we really got to be patient with him and just let Sam cook for 2 years probably, and then we think about making the switch. But
See, what if we win a Super Bowl though with Sam?
you trade him for like 6 first-round picks.
You
throw in
trade
Jalen?
Sam if he wins us a Super Bowl?
6 first-round picks.
You trade Jalen Milroe if Sam Darnold wins us a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what a good problem to have, right? Like, I mean, ultimately, that's the goal is to
I know
win
that's
Super Bowls.
the hyperbole scenario of like us winning a Super Bowl. Obviously, it doesn't get better than that, but like I feel like I've heard so many people, whether it be the local or national narrative, be like, oh, we'll just have Sam Darnold for a year or 2 max, and then bam, you're gone, and we'll do Jalen Milroe. It's like, why is everyone just assuming Sam Darnold is not going to be good? That's my biggest
I'm not
question.
assuming that at all, and I think people just bring up that strategy because ideally that is how this works out, and you have, you know, Milroe turn into a superstar or whatever.
But like,
Just because Sam Darnold is, you know, in his late 20s, we have this rookie quarterback that's like 21. Like, it's just kind of how you build teams for the
I
future,
suppose,
you know?
but like the whole idea of like the Vikings getting rid of him to replace him with J.J. McCarthy, who was never asked to do the things that they're about to ask him to do in college.
I
It's
think
like,
I think if Sam Darnold had played better in the playoffs, they wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I think that one game against the Rams cost him like millions of dollars, which is good for us because I still think Darnold is going to be good. But
Yeah.
This was one of his best throws. Check this out.
Is this Milroe? Oh yeah, this is the play action where he throws it. Yeah,
Throws it. Look at
that
it.
was threading
that
the
was
needle
that
right
was
there.
awesome. Yeah.
Who was on the receiving end of that?
Um,
I can't remember this guy's name, but I'm pretty sure
85.
What's his- he
Is he
has
a
been a
tight end?
favorite target.
Broden?
Holden, I think. Yeah, he's been one of his favorite targets throughout camp, from what I've heard. Like, he's hit that guy once a day for a big play. But yeah, I think what you saw with Milroe is he's a crazy good athlete, and he's made some strides throwing the ball, but he's got a long way to go. But
Yeah.
this stuff,
Oh yeah. See,
like,
that was
look at
like a-
he's
that was 20 yards.
not running full speed, and he just got 30 yards.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something that you can teach. That's not something that 99% of quarterbacks ever have been able to do. So that's what excites me so much about him. But
Yeah.
there's no reason to rush it. Like,
Yeah. It's cool we have that guy just in the incubator.
Yeah, like when have we ever really, as long as I've watched football, I feel like we have not had this situation because Wilson came in and just took the job like by the second preseason game. Before that, we had Tavares Jackson. Before that, we had Hasselbeck for a decade. Before that, I wasn't watching, and thankfully, because the 90s sounded terrible for the Seahawks.
Yeah. Dan McGuire. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. And wasn't there another guy they drafted pretty high besides McGuire? I can't remember his name. I think Dan McGuire was like 6'7" or something monstrous like that.
He's Mark McGuire's brother.
That's right. So they're like, all right, this guy's like the future of every giant quarterback has been ass. Like Brock Osweiler, I think he was like 6'7" as well.
He is. And he sucks.
Yeah, I feel like there's a certain point where it's like after 6'5", like it's kind of a detriment.
Yeah.
It's just an awkward, like.
Yeah, you can't move.
Fucking Luke, what was it? Luke Falk.
Oh yeah,
was he really tall?
He was kind of built like that guy that was on the Bucks the year we won
Mike
the Super.
Glennon?
Yeah, he was a Mike Glennon.
No
type
one
of
is
body.
built like Mike Glennon.
Just fall like.
Dude, yeah, that guy. Anytime he got tackled, he like slammed his head on the fucking turf.
Yeah, I feel like the sweet spot for quarterbacks is like 6 foot to like 6'4", 6'5". Anything outside of that, you're kind of an outlier.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, looking forward to watching the starters play a little bit tonight. Unfortunately, it sounds like the Chiefs are just gonna keep their cards close to them and only play backups. Whatever, you can't control what the other team does, but it's fun that they're coming to. I almost call it CenturyLink, Lumen Field.
It's a home game?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Oh, wow. We have 2 preseason home games in a row? That's crazy.
Yeah, and then our last one is on the road. I forget where it is.
Dallas?
Is it Dallas? I feel like it's another AFC West team,
Could it
but
be the Broncos? For some reason,
I don't
Figure this out
remember.
right now.
I think it's fun that we basically play the AFC West every single preseason because they've been kind of a fun division.
No, Packers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Packers.
Yeah.
I bet that's going to be all backups versus backups in that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the third preseason game since I'm also just really glad looking back that they switched to 3 preseason games instead of 4.
I heard we might go to 2 here in the next couple of years.
I'm kind of fine with that.
It's fine.
I want there to be no preseason.
Honestly, it should just. I think eventually it should just be 1, because that's like this is your practice. Like.
I just can't believe we used to suffer through 4 of them.
Well,
and I would watch
Well,
all
also,
of them.
so many teams now are doing the formula of joint practices, and that's
Yeah.
where they get like a lot of their reps in
Right.
and stuff we don't see.
I'm glad we're finally doing that too, because I think under Pete Carroll we did 0 joint practices for.
I
his
feel
whole
like it's
tenure.
like an old head thing. Like Andy Reid refuses to do it,
Yeah.
which I don't know. I don't know what it seems to be like more of a youth movement sort of a deal with the coaches, as far as I can see.
I think part of it too is like so many of those East Coast teams are a bus ride apart from each other for a joint practice, where like the closest team to us is like the fucking 49ers. That is
Or the Vikings. No, the Niners are
that's-
way closer.
Yeah, but even still, like San Francisco to here, I've done that drive in a day. You do not want to do that drive in a day. It's fucking long.
No.
So it's not as practical just due to geography. But yeah, I think it's a cool thing to do instead of having a million preseason games.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I don't really have a whole lot to say on the preseason game, quite frankly, because I don't know if I mentioned this already. I'm not going to be able to watch it. I'm going to be at work.
I'll take notes for you.
Thanks.
At McKay's Tap House. It's a great place in Bellingham. If you're local, check it out.
Yeah.
Great pizza.
I don't know.
Sponsored by McKay's.
I don't know if you wanted to go around the league or anything, but did you have any thoughts on Shador's performance?
I mean, I think he's really showing that something was going on with the owners, or just he must have had a horrible interview at the draft, or not the draft, but the combine, because the guy can fucking play. Like, bottom line, I thought he was better than every quarterback in this draft besides Cam Ward, and I thought that was pretty clear. I thought the Jackson Dart thing was like, what are we doing here? So I mean, granted, Mel Kiper was being unhinged throughout the draft about it, which was annoying.
When is he ever hinged?
Yeah, he's not a hinged man. But I thought it was crazy when we got to the end of round 2 and he was still there. I thought, like, end of round 1, early round 2 was always kind of like Will Levis. That's where I pictured him going. When we got past round 4, I was like, this kind of feels gross. Like, this doesn't feel right. You tell me this guy fell more than Malik Willis with his college pedigree. It didn't make any fucking sense.
Where did he end up?
The Browns.
Wow.
The Browns are putting together all criminal roster.
Yeah, they're
by
putting
the way.
together like an Exodia quarterback room. But of
they
all
just
the
have to
worst
add
pieces.
the head of Justin Tucker as their kicker, and they'll have the ultimate like creep roster.
That's kind of fun.
It's almost, I feel like, are they intentionally just being like, all right, anyone that like assaults a woman, like you can't play anywhere else, but come to Cleveland.
Yeah, they're
you
like,
got a home.
all right, draft Quinshawn Judkins, bring him in here.
Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous. It's like once they sold their soul to get Deshaun Watson, they're like, we don't care about any of that stuff.
Ugh, man. I'm so glad that we all didn't grow up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
That would suck so much.
I mean, it would
ass
have
if we
been
were
fun to
Browns
have
fans.
like LeBron early career, but beyond that, yeah, what do you have?
You have Chief Wahoo memorabilia in your room that you can't wear anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a dark day to be a Cleveland fan. Well, I mean, you guys do have Shador to look forward to, which I don't know if that's promising or going to be a roller coaster.
I
what
just
it
don't
is.
know what that franchise is, because they have a lot of good players, but their culture is just ass, and it seems to get worse by the year.
Yeah, it's great. Well, okay, I don't think it's worse today than it was when they had Johnny Manziel.
I feel like it's like the same.
I feel like it's better because at least they've made the playoffs since then.
True, but then like the moves, they basically reset all the progress they had made with like the Deshaun trade and every
getting rid of
subsequent-
Baker, and now Baker is like an elite quarterback.
Yeah, they should have. I like Baker.
Yeah,
He's had a
everyone likes
crazy
Baker.
comeback story. Like when he was playing on the fucking Panthers and got cut, I was like, this guy is gonna be out of the fucking league.
Remember when you boy over here wanted to bring him to Seattle instead of Gino?
You were right. I mean, I
just saying.
couldn't see it.
He would have
just
fit
saying.
in, I think, great as a Seahawk.
I think so. I think so.
It's hard to say. Maybe he needed to go on all those little stops to become the player he is now.
Like, would you rather have Baker or Sam Darnold? Like right now.
I'd rather have Baker, but I
I
think
see them
but,
as
but I
pretty
like
similar players.
I'd rather
honestly.
have Baker, but I like objectively on paper, but I think for our situation, like Sam Darnold it's fine. It's not like Baker's up here and Sam Darnold's down here or anything like that.
Well, and just honestly, like I think Gino was like a fringe top 10 quarterback when he was playing well, and I think Sam Darnold's kind of the same thing. Like I feel like we didn't take a hit at all in making that move.
I kind of feel
potentially.
like Gino was like a more polished Drew Lock. Like Gino did a lot of crazy shit that was good, but then he had
I see what you
like these bizarre plays in the red zone where you're like, dude, that loses you games.
Yeah, that's the thing with Gino is like he did not make a lot of mistakes. He had very, very few turnover-worthy plays, but the times they would happen would be like, oh my god, like you got to be kidding me, because he's got some of the craziest throws in the league in his bag. Gino does, like legitimately, but all of that gets outweighed by that one terrible mistake in the red zone, as you're saying. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think with Sam, we just really need him to be functional, because I think we're going to lean on Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet a lot this season. And I think with improved play calling, improved coaching on the offensive line, and obviously Gray Zabel, I think this run game has a chance to be like at least middle of the pack this season as compared to like worst in the fucking league the last however many years it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to help Sam tremendously. And it's going to make him not have to make all those crazy throws.
Well, also, just going back to that playoff game against the Rams, right? I remember specifically from that game, what's the coach's name? Kevin O'Connell. I remember, and still people praise him as being this elite top 5 coach in the NFL, which he's fine. He's good. He's a good play caller. But one of the main things that I took from that game that the Vikings, in both the Lions and the Rams game, they didn't run the ball when Sam Darnold was just getting like suffocated essentially, and the game was still within reach, but he just kept passing, and it's like that doesn't help your quarterback out. And that's why I've always been like pro Sam Darnold. I don't understand all this slander because of 1 or 2 games. Is like no one blames the coach for his shitty play calls that didn't help out his quarterback. That gets overlooked, and that's why I've always been like let's fucking slow our roll on the Sam Darnold is going to regress conversation.
Yeah, I think getting Sam is a move that the more I mean, granted he hasn't even played for us yet, but the more time has gone on, the more I'm like, that was a really smart move. I think that was like the best way for us to not overreach and continue to be like a competitor in the NFC West. And let's zoom out to the NFC West for a minute here, because I am hearing nothing but terrible, atrocious vibes surrounding Matthew Stafford's back.
Yeah, I keep hearing comparisons to Christian McCaffrey's Achilles.
Yeah, like
it's
Tony
like no
Romo's
one
back.
really knows what's happening. Things are being said to the media, and then something else is happening. So
yeah, it does not sound good. It sounds very bad. So we're looking at potentially a lot of Jimmy G this season, which delights me because he just is. I feel like we've beaten him almost every time we've played him. The 49ers already have like 10 significant injuries on their team. McCaffrey is a ticking time bomb for both his Achilles. Like,
yeah, I don't buy the fact that he's going to play this year.
no way. The last time I saw him play, I watched his like Achilles buckle.
And he's almost 30.
Yeah, and he has played. He is for football years, he is an old 30.
Dude, it seems like a decade ago when he was on the Panthers.
Yeah, and you remember he was getting like 1,000 yards receiving and rushing every year? Like he was getting used every play in Carolina. He has a lot of miles on him. So I just feel like, I mean, in the Cardinals, like I've seen people rank them above us. I don't fucking get that at all. I think we had a better offseason than them. I think we've swept them 2 years in a row. I think our team had 10 wins last year, and people seem to forget that fucking happened, which is beyond me.
The Cardinals are that perfect team that, like, yeah, on paper they have all these talented guys and they should be good, but they're all human beings. You need to have a good, like, foundation for them to all play well and mesh together. And the Cardinals are like the opposite of that as far as a franchise is concerned. I mean, the owner has them like paying for meals in the cafeteria and shit. Like, sorry, but like that right there alone is not going to build a winning culture.
Yeah, and I don't even think Jonathan Gannon is a bad coach. Like, I think he's a pretty decent coach. Buckle up over there. But I just feel like something about that organization, like, I'll fucking believe it when I see it, when it comes to them, is what I'm trying to say. So, zooming out here, I feel like the Seahawks are potentially the most slept-on team in the league, in the media right now, because I am consistently seeing all these publications put us in the 20s for their power rankings, and to be last in the NFC West, I'm like, you guys fucking forget that we had the same record as the Rams last season. They just won it based on a dumbass tiebreaker for common opponents.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
we weren't that far off from winning it last year, and I think we are a better team this year.
Also, you throw in who we play this year as far as our schedule is concerned. We, at the very least, should win 10 games again. because we play the NFC and AFC South. Those are the two worst divisions in each conference.
Yeah, you're telling me we get to play either Danny Diapers or Anthony Richardson at home, I'm pretty sure. Also, Anthony Richardson, did you see his finger?
Isn't it like backwards?
Yeah, it was like exactly what happened to Russell Wilson.
How are
So-
the Steelers looking?
I mean, fucking Aaron Rodgers and
Yeah, I don't know,
DK
to be
and-
honest. I know Aaron Rodgers
That's kinda
didn't
crazy.
play.
That's our second game. We're gonna go down to Pittsburgh.
I wish we were playing them later in the season
That's
because
gonna be kind of crazy.
that's probably their home opener. That might be a tough one to win, but I don't know.
I don't think so, dude. I think their offense is going to be shaky. Week 2 of Aaron Rodgers, and if things don't go perfectly, he's going to fucking be a huge...
I think our
prima donna
defense is
crybaby.
going to have to win that game. Is all I'm trying to say. Because the Steelers, no matter the year, they're going to have a tough defense, especially at home.
But I think it's just all like, yeah, you have these great players, but are they gonna be able to fucking play with each other? And like,
Yeah.
is DK on the same?
Well, I
this
even
is the
think
first
of
time
when
he's not on the Seahawks.
The Tom Brady Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. If you remember, they started off like shit that season because they didn't have that chemistry yet, just as you were talking about. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think we have a intimidating schedule at all. I mean, like some of our tougher games are like the Buccaneers and the Texans. I don't like fear either of those teams. You know, it's not like the Chiefs on the road. Like that's an L. 90%
I
of the
definitely don't
time.
fear the Texans in any scenario.
Especially with their line. Like
I think the Texans' defense is good.
mhm.
Like, they're legit, but I don't think their offense is better than ours.
No, and I mean I think Stroud is really good, and like their receiving core is pretty good too. But I feel like their line is one of the only lines in the league where I'm confidently like that line is worse than ours,
Yeah.
and that is I think more important than how good your quarterback is. Sometimes is how good or bad your line is. Not that like a top 3 line will win you the Super Bowl. But a bottom 3 line will absolutely doom your season, no matter who your quarterback is.
Yeah, I agree.
We've seen that again and again. It happened to Patrick Mahomes against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And, well, kind of against the Eagles, but...
yeah, that is true. The Eagles' defensive line fucked up the Chiefs' offensive line, but I feel like the Chiefs' line is pretty good. So I don't know. Sometimes it's just if your line of scrimmage loses that day, you're fucked.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. I don't got a whole lot else on the week 2 of the preseason, personally.
Nah, I'm ready. We got about 3 weeks till the regular season.
Yep.
I'm already ready for it. Preseason is such a tease.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, pivoting to the pennant race. Well, we dropped 2 to the Orioles, 2 of 3. A little bit of a bummer there, but we were talking before we went on the podcast. Mariners have won of their last... They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They won 9 of 10. Something along those numbers. So something like this was bound to happen. They're playing the Mets today. The Mets have also kind of been playing shitty ball. They've lost 2 in a row. So I think this will be a get-right series. I said it before we started. I think we'll sweep the Mets, but watch us get swept now that I said that. But yeah, they've got their full season ahead of them. We're a game and a half behind Houston. And I'm just feeling very confident. I feel like we can win literally every game we're in.
We got more or less a month till the playoff starts, right?
Yes.
So there's probably, what, like 20 games left?
Let me pull
Yeah,
the...
September 28th is our last regular season game.
Okay, so like a month and a half.
Yeah, so 6, 9, 12,
Well,
15,
it's crazy. A month and a half, and
18...
there's like, look how many games.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 10 times as many baseball games as football.
There is exactly 40 games left.
Holy crap.
We
That's
gotta-
that's a lot of baseball
We
left to
gotta
be played.
we gotta go to at least one game before the season ends. I feel like.
We should go... Yeah.
I feel like if the Mariners go 25-15, they'll probably get the pennant.
We could go to the Rockies series.
Aren't they like the historically bad this year?
Or they're the worst team in MLB history almost. But
Holy shit.
The Dodgers are playing. We're playing the Dodgers at home, the final series of the season. So that could be a fun.
Because then those games are like, okay, you need to win this game.
What
or else
dates are those games?
September 26th.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 26th to the 28th of September.
Yeah, I'll be gone that whole time.
Where are you going to be going?
France.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Gotta visit my nephew.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So we got the whole season in front of us. Balls in our court, and let's go win tonight. We're pitching Luis Castillo against Sean Manaea, so we should win this matchup. But the Mets have got some good players, so we'll see. But
Yeah, I'm just glad that this late into the season, everything is within reach.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Mariners are starting to get some, like, mainstream hype around them. Like, I'm seeing a lot of videos of, like, are the Mariners the best team in the MLB or stuff like that?
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like
It seems like those trades they made have already paid off quite a bit.
Yeah, no, the trades they made have definitely brought in national media hype, and Jeff Passan, who's a writer for MLB, he's more or less one of the main. He's like the Ian Rappaport or Adam Schefter of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
He even has us saying that we could make it to a World Series as long as we can, stay healthy and steer the ship. So we'll see. It'll all come down to the pitching and if it can hold up, because the colder months warrant tougher times for hitters. And if you can,
Ball's not going as far,
and it's just colder weather. Anything is objectively harder.
Yeah,
So
very true.
yeah, we'll see. But that's really all I had for today. A lot of things in front of our Seattle sports teams in the next month.
Yeah, we're heading
We can
into
seize.
the best time of the year, I think.
We are. October is like the best time of the year for sports because you got playoff baseball and the football season is just started. So it's like no better time.
Love it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for sticking around. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yep. See you later, guys.